Okay, so hello everyone, and you're welcome to this session. Today I'm going to be showing you something very, very important as it relates to academics, and that's how to use AI, artificial intelligence, to carry out some of your academic works. Yes, we know that many people are now using artificial intelligence for their academic work, be it research writing, assignments, and a lot of things. Um, yeah, AI is good and it has come to help us. Just like, for instance, you say the people that developed the calculator haven't done well. They have done well, but the problem is, how do you use it? Do you use a calculator to press one plus one? No. At least you should know what or how the calculator operates and how to use it for your own benefit. So similarly, AI is here to help us for our academic work. But the thing is, are you using it ethically? Are you using it the right way? So in this video, I am going to help us to explore, to see how we can use AI tools for our academic work, be it assignment, be it research, or article writing for your journal publications. So very quickly, we are going to be looking at two major AI that we use nowadays. There we have several of them. So they are general and then some are specific. So for instance, we're going to combine just two of them. We're going to use one general, which is we're going to use ChatGPT for the general AI for our work, and we're going to use Consensus is also one of the AI, but this one is specific for research writing. So I'm going to be sharing my screen so that we can be able to see what I'll be doing. So firstly, I'm going to begin with uh, Chat GPT so that we can all see what or how we can use it. So I believe you can see my screen. So very quickly, let me log in to the first one, which is Chat GPT. So just simply come to your browser, type Chat GPT. Yes, Chat GPT. So we press enter. So we're going to try to see how we can actually use it to do a kind of work. So this is the interface for ChatGPT. And let's say, for instance, that we want to do something on, let's say, fake news. Do we try fake news? Okay. Or let's just try to look at something about machine learning. So let's say, for instance, let me type and say, okay, ChatGPT, tell me, um, tell me something about machine learning. Yeah, machine learning is one of the in thing right now, talking about artificial intelligence or computer science. So let's see. I send it. Let's see what it says. Yeah, it's going to give us something. So you can see, yeah, it says that it says machine learning is a branch of artificial intelligence that focuses on teaching computers to learn patterns from data and make decisions without being explicitly programmed for every task. So you can see it has things, it can tell us a lot of things and then break down some of these concepts for us. So it's a very important tool for us to use. So you can see it has broken it down and it even tells us some real life application of machine learning like education, banking, healthcare, social media, search engines. All of these things are some of the real life practical examples of machine learning, which is one of the branches of AI. So many people, for instance, when they give them assignments, tell us about machine learning, they just type this and boom, when it gives you responses, you just copy and paste. No, that is not how to do it. That is where people land into problem. But the good thing is that this ChatGPT helps us to explain concepts, as you can see. It can also help you to write your assignment, but not copy and paste. Then it can also help to improve your writing. So for instance, um, let's say they give you another assignment on, let's say let's talk about, say, discuss the legal issues of the 21st century in Nigerian courts. So let's send this. So you see, it gives us some legal issues. So first of all, it tells us that legal issues in the 21st century court reflect how law is trying to keep pace with rapid technological, social. So this is what it thinks. So it's able to give you an idea. So even if you don't have an idea about a topic, at least you can be able to get something that can help you for it. So you can even see it tells you that the main law is the Cyber Crimes Prohibition Prevention Act of 2015. So the truth is it helps us a lot to do that. But does it give us something that we can present as our academic fact? No. Even though the output is superb, it's very good, we should not submit what it gives us as ours like that. So what we're supposed to do is supposed to help us to understand concepts, then we now read them in depth and produce what we understand from it, from our own knowledge. So having digested, so instead of taking lots of textbooks and all of that, it gives you the idea very simple. So there is another AI tool which we're going to also use that is specifically for academic work. Like you have an assignment and you need credible sources. You know, when we teach you information literacy skills, we tell you about credible sources. For what this ChatGPT generated, now you don't know where or how it got its facts or values from. So it can, in fact, let's check what it said here. It said ChatGPT can make mistakes. So you should be able to check for important things. So we can now use one of the very important tools called Consensus. So let's go to Consensus. Consensus. Yeah. That's Consensus AI. Yeah. So let's see, because Consensus AI gives us a very good footing where we can get very good scholarly information backed by facts. You know, from it searches different databases and gives you materials, real materials that have been written in that field. So let's check Consensus and see what we can do with it. So this is also the interface, very similar to that of ChatGPT. So what we can do here is we can now try to have a proper academic work in our hands. So we want to look at how we would use Consensus. So let's say we're working on fake news detection in Nigeria. So fake news detection systems in Nigeria, for instance. Let's say this is the topic of our academic work, or want to write something on this. So let's see what it can give to us. So send it. So it's now checking, doing a quick check of fact and fake news in Nigeria. So you can see on the right side, it's going to give us on this part written results. These are actually peer-reviewed documents written, you know, as it relates to this topic. So on this side, this is just more like the ChatGPT general idea per se, but on this right-hand side, you can see real research documents that have been done. So it's unlike the general ChatGPT. What this does for you is it provides real research. So it goes to databases, it could be EBSCOhost, Hinari, ProQuest, any of all of these databases that we know. It goes there and searches for works, articles that are related to your subject. So, and for article writers, I think this is one of the very best tools that you can use. So, you can even, as you are working on this, you can, if you have Zotero installed, as soon as you click them, Zotero picks the sources, cites them, and provides a reference list for you. So even as you read through, you know, it can tell you, so you see what it said here. It says several studies have developed fake news detection system tailored to Nigerian unique social and linguistic context. So you're going to see real facts. So all of these things are what people have done in relation to that. And it gives you the resources, the articles where you can search and get to see about it. So we have about 3, 4, 5, 6, down. We have about, I think it should give you around 1 to 20 first, then but you can also load more results. So what you have here right now is articles that have been peer reviewed by people already, you know, by journals. So you are sure that anything you are taking here is scholarly, is authentic, unlike the case of ChatGPT. So in a summary, what we're saying is we can now open either of these So let's look at the first one here. The first one said an improved ensemble-based online fake news detection system. So you can see this work. Now, if you want to, I think you can open it. Yes, you can open. So you can see when you open it now, you can actually, it's a paper that was presented at the 2024 First International Conference on Innovative Engineering and Science and Technology. So you have the DOI here, so you can get the work. So you can also get the full text of this paper. So this is the full paper. This is the abstract of the paper. Then you can get the full text if you want. So that is about that. So you have, and it also has PDF. So if the PDF is available, you can also download it if you feel it's important for you. So you can also check other ones. This is a novel fake news data set and detection system to mitigate cyber war. So you can see it's also the Nigerian context. This one is AI-powered verification, fighting misinformation in Nigeria. All of these things are related to my topic. So you can see that now trying to make research is easier. It's just like going to the databases. So this one now goes to the databases and finds what you actually want. So it's more or less like helping you to search databases instead of going to individual databases to search for this. So, and these are 100% very accurate. So let's say, for instance, I now tell this to, okay, let's say I interface with it. I say, I want to write a journal article on this title. Let's see what it says. Now, so it's going to tell me, it's going to give me an outline, which is the best. It gives you an outline of how it's supposed to be. And it provides for you the the materials that you need. So it says to write a journal article on fake news detection system in Nigeria, you can start by outlining the unique challenges posed. So it gives you a summary of what you're supposed to do. And all of these things, all these numbers you're seeing here are actually books that are, articles that are related to this topic that can help you in your research work. So this is the first of the series we're going to be doing, and then we will be combining general AI tools with specific ones like this to do research. So subsequently, we shall be looking at how to do your chapter 1 literature review, how to do your introduction, problem statement, and all of that. Then chapter 2 literature review, and chapter 3 methodology. All of these things can help you to do it. Even data analysis and your conclusion part of your either articles, research, or assignments. All of these things are now available. So what we're saying is you can actually use these AI tools, but don't fall for plagiarism. They should give you an outline. When you read these sources that are being provided to you, it can also help you to cite them. Yes. So, but it's now for you to digest them, and you can now, at the end of writing, you can now send your work back to something like ChatGPT and tell it to rephrase an idea for you. For instance, let's bring this one. Let's say I said, talking about machine learning. Machine learning has helped to improve education in Nigerian society, which is also a plus to the economy. So let's say I wrote this, I could just say, help me rephrase or standardize this for an academic publication. Well, even if your spellings are correct or not correct, it understands what you're trying to say, so it will give you what you need. So let's just send that, see what happens. So see, it has rephrased it now. See what it said. It said machine learning has significantly enhanced the quality and accessibility of education in Nigeria, thereby contributing positively to national economic development. So you cannot compare these with what I wrote earlier, which is just trying to give it an idea. So most of the times, what you can just do is give it your idea. This is what you want to say, and you expect it to help you to arrange them properly. But then, even after it helps you to do that, you should be able to now come and use your editing skills and paraphrase them, write them yourself. Because if you don't do that and you try to submit that as your work, there are now anti-AI, tools that can detect that this is written by AI, and by so doing, you fall for plagiarism. But even as we proceed, we shall show you how you can be able to use other tools to also beat these tools. Well, essentially, these tools are here to help us, and we shouldn't just allow them be. Education right now is tilting towards AI, and we have to leverage these tools. Just like, for instance, in this era, if you're not very computer literate, you'd have some challenges in your workplace. Similarly, going forward, if you're not very proficient with AI tools, you might not be at your workplace, because AI would be helping people to do work. If you cannot use it, you'll be at the back. So we implore everybody to come into the field of AI, artificial intelligence, in every field, be it in the libraries, be it at your workplace. You are teaching, you are learning. AI is here for us. So I want to thank you for paying attention, and I hope that going forward, you should be using AI for very important things in your education, for understanding, for accuracy. But then please always double check. Always never copy and paste. It doesn't work, doesn't help. Don't just use it completely. Don't ignore plagiarism, and ensure that these tools help you. So both the consensus and ChatGPT, these are the ones that we have discussed today. If this video is important to you, as we shall be continuing in more series to discuss how to write academic papers, journals, and articles, all of that. So please just subscribe. You can share to a friend, and then we shall continue. So thank you so much for watching, and we hope to continue in our series next time. So thank you, and I will see you by the other time.